One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Yesterday, Kyle told us a story about this new profession, right? The back scratchers.
Yeah, people are making hundreds of dollars an hour just to scratch people's backs.
So we thought we'd just throw this out there. 877-937-1047. Who do you know that has an unusual job? Or maybe you have an unusual job. Maybe you're a back scratcher. 877-937-1047. I also have this list, which I kind of disagree with. It's just trending online right now about professions that were once highly respected, but now are a complete joke, which I disagree with these, but I might get into that too. But first, 877-937-1047. Who do you know with an unusual job? We'll talk to you after Teddy Swims. John, Jane, Rich. It's John, Jane, Rich. You can call us at 877-937-1047 or text us. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. Yesterday, Kyle was telling a story about how there's a new job now, a new career, which is a professional back scratcher. People get paid hundreds of dollars to scratch your back for an hour. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to call us if you know of someone that has an unusual job. And Nicole, good morning. Who do you know that has an unusual job, and what is it?
Good morning. I had a friend that was a financial dominatrix. So she had like a bunch of guys that just wanted to be in her presence. And whenever she needed money, she would call or text them and be like, "Give me money, you losers," and just talk down to them. And they would love it, and they would pay her money.
Oh, my God.
What do you think she was making per loser call?
You know, I'm not sure. I remember in college, it started off, she was a foot model. And she said, "Hey, you want to make some money?" And I said, "Okay." She said, "All you have to do is wear these dirty socks with holes in them. We're going to put them up on the table, and we're just going to have a conversation." And this guy gave us $200 to sit there and talk about our boyfriend's small apparatuses.
Oh my God.
I would wear a shirt that said, "Give me your money, you loser." That's hilarious. Like, what a tagline.
Yeah, she bought a house. She made a whole career out of it. She was, like, big in the adult industry for a long time.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I wonder how you just fall into that. Like,
I know. I've never heard of
insane.
financial dominatrix before. That's interesting.
I don't know. She just progressed. It started with the dirty sock foot modeling, and it went on from there. I don't know.
I can't understand the whole, like, if someone calls me, I get on the phone and they go, "You're a loser. Here's $100. Thank you so much."
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I'd be like, I guess I am a loser for giving you $100 for that. It must be some sort of childhood trauma.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
The real expensive, big pocket guys would want her to, like, walk heels, like that weird, dominatrix things. But the funny part was the financial dominatrix. They didn't get anything in return just to be called a loser.
All right.
I mean, how are we going to beat that? Nobody's going to have a better job than that.
No, that's insane.
My dad used to do that to me for free.
You'll never amount to anything.
Thanks, Nicole. Have a great day.
You too.
Hey, there's a text here. It said, you text us, text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. And this is a 520 number. It says, "Has anyone seen the Glitter and Greed Lisa Frank documentary?" It's a 10 out of a 10 recommend. I started watching it yesterday.
What is it on?
Oh, my God. Amazon, maybe? Let me think about that for a second. I think it's Amazon Prime Video. And it's so wild because I remember when Rich and I started on there in Tucson. Lisa Frank, everyone talked about Lisa Frank. And I remember Lisa Frank stuff. Do you remember Lisa Frank?
Oh, yeah, Trapper Keepers. Come
Yes. So I'm on episode 1, and it's my wife. She's walking by, and she sees me. She hears the documentary. She stops. She goes, "Oh, my God, Trapper Keepers," just like what you said. And she's just staring at it. And she's like, why are they attacking Lisa Frank? Because I'm only on episode 1, where she started the company in 1979. She went to U of A, started the company in 1979. And it just took off making stickers or interviewing old employees. But in the commercial for it, it's like $2 million lawsuit against Lisa Frank. And someone was like, "She was really mean." And I'm just like, I feel at this point, from watching the documentary and watching the trailer that just when companies go big and massive and become successful, you find a reason to take them down.
Sure, there's
so far, I
somebody that's not
see
gonna like
nothing.
you.
I've
Yeah.
never heard anything negative about Lisa Frank.
No, me either.
But it's like somebody wrote an article. Of course, no matter what, people left this show upset. You know what I mean? And it was all good vibes. So it's like I feel bad for Lisa Frank. I've never met her before, and I think she still lives there. I'm kind of bummed we never met her.
She's got a great font.
One time we were on the air in Tucson, and I remember we got a package from Lisa Frank, and they sent us tons of stuff.
That's so cool.
I know.
Like Lisa Frank was all of the rainbows and the glitters and the colors. And I've come across a couple of clips on TikTok about it. I didn't realize the documentary dropped, and I'm so in on that because that's like pretty close to home. So I'd be super into that.
I don't even know where her office is. Where anything. It's so weird. I don't know much about it. But
I need
anyway,
to know more.
Well, there's only 4 episodes. It's on Amazon, and it's Lisa. It's number 2 on Amazon right now, or something.
And what's it called? Glitter and what? Glitter and Greed.
Glitter and Greed.
Okay. All right.
So, I forgot. I was going to tell you the story. Something happened yesterday that reminded me of when I was in Las Vegas on Saturday night to go see George Strait. Right. So it was, and my wife reminded me of something. I was like, oh my God. And the way she told the story through her point of view made me LOL. Because we went to go see George Strait. It was my wife, me, our friend / boss Mark, and his wife Katie. Right, so the 4 of us were together. And we had this like VIP area that we kept getting more and more like, oh my God, this is part of it. Oh my God, this ice cream is part of it. Oh my God, these free drinks, this food. It was endless. It was like gluttony of food and craziness. And as you guys know, Mark enjoys food. I enjoy food.
Yes.
So when we're together, we enjoy to eat. It's almost terrible.
It's almost a competition.
Yeah. So we go to, I told you guys about the ice cream where it was a big scoop of cookie dough ice cream and a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. Mm-hmm. And I'm eating it, and he got something. I can't remember what he got. But we're sitting there on this counter. The concert's going on, so we're not in the suite. We're in this huge area, and it's almost empty, right? Because everyone's watching the concert. It was who's the guy that opened for George Strait? I told you guys about?
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton was performing. So I'm sitting there leaning, I'm eating this ice cream, and Mark is next to me, and he's eating something. And down the way, I see our wives at the bar. They go to the bar, and there's 2 guys that are talking to them at the bar. And Mark goes, hey, look, there's 2 guys talking to our wives. I go, oh, yeah. And I'm like, can you believe this cookie dough ice cream? And he's like, and he goes, oh, my God. He goes, look, I think they have movie candy here, movie theater candy here, too. I'm like, oh, no way. So forgot about the whole thing. Last night, I'm telling my wife this story about a friend of mine who got hit on at a bar when his wife was there. And the wife kicked her leg up in the air the way Kyle kicks her leg up. You know, like my friend's like, I didn't know my wife could kick her leg like that. And says to this woman that's annoying them, well, are you trying to hit on my husband? Are you trying to hit on my... Like, freaked out, right? And I was telling my wife this story. She goes, that's so funny that she reacted that way. And I go, yeah. She goes, because 2 guys were hitting on me and Katie, and you and Mark didn't do anything. And I was like, huh? They were hitting on you? I saw them talking to you. They were hitting. She goes, yeah, they were hitting on us. And I look over you and Mark, and you're like talking about your food. I go, she goes, what, you guys? I go, yeah, I was telling Mark I couldn't believe this ice cream that I had. And he was talking about how they had movie theater snacks. And then we look over, and there's 2 guys literally hitting on our wives. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's really nice. That shows how much you guys love and trust in your relationships because
Or love their food.
Movie theater candy for free. It's a big headline.
Movie theater, you never see movie theater candy at a concert.
Oh, that's a big
And
headline.
I was like, are there Milk Duds? There were gummy bears. There were Sour Patch Kids. There were Red Vines. There was huge boxes of M&Ms. But I would have gone Junior Mints or Milk Duds, but I didn't see that. I was just too caught up in
That's
ice
pretty
cream.
impressive. That place is pretty good. I go see a show there.
Anyway, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they were getting in on.
Nobody paying attention to Chris Stapleton? That would bother me.
I don't know. Vicky, good morning.
Yes, hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
I was just listening to Peyton's story about a panic attack on the plane.
Yeah.
And that happened to me recently. It was crazy. I was coming back from Chicago. It was about an hour away from Tucson. I was in the first seat. There was nobody in the middle seat. I was uncomfortable and cold. And all of a sudden, I just started crying and felt very, very anxious. And I was texting my daughter, and she's like, well, tell somebody. And I'm like, no. I just had my head down. I just wanted to get off the plane. When we land, I get off. I go into the bathroom, and I'm literally like, like uncontrollably crying. And it was the oddest thing. I've never experienced it before. I get outside, and I get to the the guy who's waiting so I could go to my car, and he's like, "Where's your ticket?" I'm like, I don't have a ticket. I didn't get a ticket. And 2 days later, I found my ticket in my bag.
Oh, you poor thing.
Really going through it.
It was horrible. Yeah, it was really bad. I don't know what was happening. I was so glad to get home.
There must be something in the air, like, so again, went to go see George Strait. He has a song called "I Saw God Today," and he performed it Saturday night while we were in Vegas, and it was a great concert. My wife gets into the sauna, and she's listening to George Strait now because you see an artist, you get caught up. She comes out of the sauna and she goes, "Did George Strait sing 'I Saw God Today' Saturday night?" And I go, "Yeah." And she's like, "I just heard the song. It's a beautiful song. The song is..." And she's crying in front of me.
Whoa.
Crying in front of me, covered in sweat, and I'm trying to watch TV. And I didn't know how to handle it. I just started laughing.
He did.
There might be something in the air. Lots of emotions.
Yeah, it's just part.
Right? Oh, my God. But anyways, I sympathize with you, Peyton. I've been there. It's horrible.
I feel you.
Thank you, Vicky. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good day.
So just to recap, 2 guys hit on my wife and her friend. The Lisa Frank documentary is on Amazon, and people panic on airplanes.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.
That covers it all.
Yep.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.